Morning, everybody. We got a treat today. Look who's riding shotgun. Tigger Bear.
It's me.
With his hood pulled up over his melon since you can't see him or hear him, or he can't see or hear me either. That's how we roll, right? Still rubbing his eyes.
You sit here and nitpick me on video. That's my favorite thing.
So, I went to bed at like 4 a.m. I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, shaved, clean shaven face. I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, 47 years old. Mr. 19-year-old Tigger Bear over here. Looks like he's been run over by a bus. So anyway, we got a load of limestone to haul this morning in the dump truck. And once we get that done, we got to move a little bit of equipment from one job to another one. I got one job that's too wet, and I got another job that's okay. So we got to move some equipment this morning, and then we'll be back to work on Gale Road today. What do you think, Tigger Bear? You ready to go?
Yeah.
See if this lady in the scale house notices that June looks any different today. Hi, honey. I couldn't hear you.
I said you must have got the last of them.
Yeah, it is. It's the last of them. I got lucky, huh?
Yeah. Here's your total from yesterday.
Okay, honey. Thank you. You notice anything different with my dog today?
That's a good one.
She's used to seeing June sitting over there.
Didn't you realize there's somebody over there?
He don't bark as much.
Yeah.
He still begs though. Just not for dog treats.
There you go.
All right, honey. Thank you. So I bought this old International, I don't know, about 3 years ago to replace a newer truck that I had wrecked. The newer truck was pretty well wore out when I got rid of it. This truck doesn't have an intercooler. It's a little bit lower horsepower rated engine than my last one. So, typical stupid fashion, the way I do things. Of course, I wasn't happy, so I got into the injection pump, turned the screw on it, and it was such a pain in the ass to do it. I thought, when I turned that screw, I said, I'm going to turn it enough to make sure it makes a damn difference. I turned it a little too far. Damn hill's a pain in the ass, and I wanted to make sure it had enough power to climb that hill, so I turned the damn screw on the injection pump, but I really turned it too far, and it smokes the damn bad. I'm embarrassed by it, but whatever. It's got enough power, I know that.
What?
Where do you want to eat at?
I don't care.
Do I get to pick?
Yep.
Barn on York. You look like 2 miles of bad road, son. This is a neat little place near where we live. It's an old barn that they've turned into a restaurant. It's called the Barn on York. I like to go in here and eat. I like the idea of eating lunch in a damn barn, actually. So I got a little idea I need your help with.
What?
You're just so happy to be here with me, aren't you? Hi, honey.
Hi. I'm gonna drop these off,
All right.
and I'll be right back.
Thank you, honey.
How are you?
So I'm thinking, well, it's a nice day today. I'd like to take the 55 into PATASKALA after we eat, and kind of give a little background on where the car came from and how my dad came to find it. Would you mind going with me and helping me with that?
Yeah, sounds fun.
This is our hometown. That's where my first real job was, working at Beeson's Hardware. Back then it was called Service Star. So this is downtown PATASKALA, and we're right in front of the Methodist Church. This is where my mom and dad got married, where I got married, and it's right at the end of Broadway Street, right there. And right up that street, at the end of that street, is where my grandfather and grandmother and great-grandfather and great-grandmother lived, and my aunts and uncles and my mom and dad lived up there, all within one block of each other there for a while when mom and dad originally bought this car. But anyway, let me show you something. So this is the Methodist Church, and that building back there was the Village of PATASKALA Town Hall, and that's where my dad worked when he found this car. So this is the old PATASKALA Town Hall. A lot of history here. Not sure if everybody wants to hear all that, but right behind me you see this doorway, and you can kind of tell that it's an old garage door that's been closed in. Well, that garage door used to be where the Village of PATASKALA Street Department was run from. And they used to keep a dump truck in there, and hand shovels and rakes and tools and a roller and anything and everything that they needed to clean gutters, clean catch basins, patch holes, things of that nature. Dad used to sweep the sidewalks up downtown and did it all by hand with a shovel and a wheelbarrow. Dad worked here for over 35 years. And anyway, one day back in the mid-70s, I think it was in 74 or 75, he noticed a 55 Chevy right back there. Now, this building here was the firehouse. It used to be the fire station. They've moved out of there and built a bigger one now. And right there where the 55 Chevy's sitting used to be the PATASKALA machine shop. And it was as wide as that open lot is. It was a big building. But that's where my dad first laid eyes on that 55 Chevy. The owners of the machine shop were into cars, and the son of the owner of the machine shop was definitely into drag racing. His name was Don Carpenter. He's still alive. And anyway, Don Carpenter wheeled and dealed in cars and hot rods and things of that nature. And he backed that 55 Chevy in the garage over there one day in the machine shop. It had a big, I think there were sliding doors actually, dual sliding doors. You could open the two sliding doors and pull a car inside. And I still got the sign off the building. The fire department that was in that building bought the lot when the machine shop went out of business, and they tore the machine shop down, and the fire department still owns the lot. But anyway, the day that machine shop was tore down, I was here, and I asked if I could save the signs off the building, and they said I could. There were 2 signs. I gave one to a dear friend of mine, Thomas R. Dixon, who spent copious amounts of money in there and a lot of time. He had his own chair in the machine shop every time he brought his excavating equipment in to have it worked on. And I kept the other one. It's hanging in my shop.
And he was buying and selling cars to make ends meet. And he'd had several over there that he brought in and fixed up and turned around and sold. And one morning I heard a car pull in over there about 8 o'clock, and it had a different exhaust sound to it, so I looked out to see what he'd bought now. And it was a blue 55 Bel Air 2-door sedan. I asked him if he's going to sell that, and he says, "Oh, I'm going to hang on to this one." That's what he always said. So he played with it for a while and put new shocks on it, cleaned it up, and did some stuff to it. He had it for about a month, and the novelty started to wear off. He was looking for something else, and he finally put a price on. Give me a week to come up with it. So he said, all right. So I had a 51 Ford pickup, and I sold that. We had a 64 Chevelle Super Sport. I sold that. And I borrowed $250 from Mom and Dad. So I finally had all the cash gathered up. I went over to see him, and he said, "Oh, I changed my mind. I don't want to sell it now." And I said, "Damn it, Don, I sold our everyday car. I sold the pickup truck, and I borrowed money, so I come up with the money to buy the 55. And I was kind of upset with him. And his dad came out of the office and took him by the arm, took him back in the shop. Pretty soon they came back, and Don said, "Well, I did tell you that I'd sell it to you for $850, so I'll go ahead and sell it to you."
Oddly enough, I found my Nova in this same town, about 3 blocks away. And while we're here, I guess I'll share that with Tommy. He's with me, so just show you guys where I found my old Nova, because it's only like 3 blocks from here. So we're up here on High Street in PATASKALA, and I want to show you whereabouts we're at. There's an elementary school here that I used to play at when I was little. That's the old PATASKALA Elementary, still in use today. So how I found my Nova. Years ago, that red shed was not there, and you could actually see the building with the green roof back in behind it, between these houses. And there's the building back there with the green roof. I'll walk around the corner here and I'll show you, but the building with the green roof used to be the bus garage for the school, the elementary school that I just showed you there. It actually used to be the high school, but that was the bus garage back here. I'll see if I can't get a little video of it. So anyway, You can see the old concrete block building back there with the 3 garage doors. That used to be the bus garage for the elementary school that you see standing there in the background. And when I was young, I used to ride my bicycle through town, and I knew every sidewalk, every approach, every ramp, every jump, every bump on all these sidewalks. And I was familiar with the elementary school, and of course I was familiar with that old garage. It was pretty dilapidated back then. But anyway, looking between those houses from High Street, you could look back in there between those houses, and the 3rd garage door at the very end, the garage door had come off the track, and it was 3/4 of the way up and come off the track, and it was that way for probably 20 years or more. And anyway, since that garage door was open, you could see what was inside there. And what was inside there was a dark green 71 Nova.
Puppies! Super scrap!
A little excited, huh? I gotta get back to work. Me and Tommy's got some work to do this afternoon. My phone battery's about dead, so we're probably about done filming for this afternoon. But I'll be back with you guys after a bit. So me and Tigger got our equipment hauled. Got me all set up for tomorrow morning to get ready to do some dirt work. I come home and Junebug's here. Let's go see what he's up to. What's going on there, Dinkman?
Assessing the fuckery that's about to take place.
It's happening?
It's happening today.
Sweet. You ready?
Yeah.
Get a chain. This isn't very good. The hitch is up high and the hitch is down low on the tractor. So the harder I tug on it, the harder it's going to try and lift the tractor off. You can't tie onto it low enough, so just look it up and see if it'll do it, all right?
Give it the gears! Feed it the corn! Give it the gears! Feed it the corn! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, you can't make this shit up.
I told you.
You can't make this shit up.
It's a bad hammer. I was having to throttle it and work the choke at the same time. My tractor needs a little help. I'm trying to push it and it's in park. That's the kind of person I'm dealing with here. Now, you gotta be able to see nimble nuts.
Give her a good push.